Alright. We should be good now. And yeah. Hey guys, what's going on? FYMyPawn here, and welcome back to Across the Obelisk. For those of you on Twitch, you may have realized that I technically streamed yesterday, but there was a bit of an issue. The footage ended up, I didn't actually swap over to the correct footage, so I didn't record any gameplay, and all I got was audio. So, we're not going to be using that stream. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to redo Madness Tier 1, and yeah. The plan is to just go from there and see what happens because, well, that's what's planned. But I digress. We're going to go with the original goal, which is Heiner, Thuls, Cornelius, and Ottis. And we're going to keep to that shtick. And hopefully, and I hope hopefully, we are going to get some good loot because of it. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into things and see what happens. Adventure mode. As you can tell, we already did a Madness 1 act, and we are relatively far into it. But I'm just going to have to complete that in my own time, because that is definitely not an act that I streamed. I technically did, but I didn't, so. I'm doing this as a sort of makeup stream. I'll definitely be doing it again, regardless. So, I'm going to be doing this, and then I'm going to do Minecraft, probably, for today. So, yeah, I'm just going to take advantage of the level up here and go from there, I guess. See what we get. As for what we end up going with for this build, let's see. We got shields, we got some fire. I know he's good with fire as well, but I don't exactly want to focus on that if I can help it. What else is there? There's energy, there's speed, buffer, stealth. Yeah, there's nothing really too fantastic around here. I guess crack would be interesting, but it's fine. Let's see, what can I focus in on? I guess I could apply an additional charge with Fury. I mean, do we use Fury enough? I don't think we use it for Heiner enough, so we'll abstain from that. I guess we'll get some extra health for now. As for Thuls here, let's see, what's he got? He's got a lot of sharp, a lot of poison. Doesn't really need anything else because he's got vulnerable as well. I could give him some additional sight as well, though, instead. Because he does use sight-based abilities. I could also remove a charge from stealth if I wanted to. And I could... you know what? Let's grab Mark. Mark is pretty good. And he does use a lot of Mark every now and again. For Cornelius, he's elemental purely. Does do some chill magic, which we should take into account. But I'm probably going to remove those in favor of Spark, if I'm not mistaken. Do I want Spark? Not really. Well, what can I do here? I'm definitely going to need Insulate of the +1 charge variety here. I could also introduce some Inspire benefits if I wanted to, but I think it's better if I focus on the powerful aspect of things. Powerful maximum charges on this hero increased by 2, charges are instead reduced by 1 at the end of turn. Powerful on this hero increases damage and healing done by 10% per charge and loses all charges at the end of turn. Or charges that I apply +1. No, we're going to get the one that increases... Yeah, we're going to get the one that increases our charges by +2, but also makes them reduced for everybody by 1 instead. Alright, what else is there? There's... I can make vulnerable, but I don't think we use that enough to warrant it. On round 4, no. On round 2, gains 1 inch. Okay. Eh. I do believe... Yeah, I don't think we need anything else, really, don't we? We don't really get any sight for our mages. We get that for our clerics, if anything. But nothing beyond that, I do believe. What else could I do here, then? Vitality, Decay, Bless. I don't think we use those things, so... Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with Spark. Just level that up a bit. Get 4 levels in Spark, and I guess... 1 level in HP, I guess. And finally, Ottis. Pretty simple, I think, anyways. He uses a lot of buffer. He's got initial energy, so that's fine. I guess I can give an extra point into healing. Yeah. Done. Shouldn't need to do any more than that. And with that, that's our group. We're going to go Madness 1. So monsters are a little improved, but it shouldn't affect us too heavily.
It all started on the princess's 16th.
We'll just skip the intro because we've already gone through that dialogue. And let's go about starting to organize our deck. Alright, let's see. First and foremost, let's get what we want. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Heiner has the special perk that allows him to retain thorns. Thorns on heroes do not lose charges when hit. Yeah, so basically thorns are, for the most part, permanent. So if we were to get barbed wire in abundance, that would be a decent card to have. For at least a burnable. Let's see. Deal 1 piercing per charge to the attacker when a target is hit by an enemy. Remove 1 charge when this happens. Damage can be blocked and is not affected by other modifiers. Remove 1 charge at the start of turn. Okay, so I will still lose 1 charge at the start of a turn, but I won't lose it for being attacked. Which is pretty decent for a Thorn build. Alright, let's go with 0 cost cards and let's see what we can get. Blood Rage is a good obvious card. If I could, I'd prefer something better, but it'll have to do, I think. I could get Repetition Training, though. That will reduce a card cost by 1, which is pretty dope. This is technically a weapon cycle as well, so that's interesting. Alright, well I want to preferably get some burn cards. Bluff is a good draw card, so I'm definitely going to be utilizing these if I can. For now though, let's focus on Intimidate and Barbed Wire. That way we got some debuffs, we can remove some things, and go from there. Let's remove a Steel Skin and Guard. Let's remove an Intercept. And I guess the Sunder Armor. We will need to focus on some attack cards for Heiner, but for now, we're just looking to make him very defensive at the moment. Okay, we're going to want a Barricade. And we're going to want an Entrench. And that should be the defensive cards basically done. Alright, let's remove another Guard and Steel Skin. Alright, Bluff is a bit too costly to upgrade currently, but it is a decent cycle card, because it is a draw 1 and deal some damage. Alright, we will definitely be applying the upgrade... Well, we don't need upgrades for right now, but... Yeah, we're definitely going to be relying heavily on Thorns, to some extent anyways, I should say. Barricade is fine. Entrench should be upgraded, but we'll leave that alone for now. But we'll upgrade Barricade at least. Everything else we'll leave alone. Alright, for Thuls himself, we'll worry about him last, I think. Rather, we should focus on our healer, because he's going to be using Anthem of Hope. And where is the other two spells? Where are they? Here we go. Prayer of Healing, Prayer of Protection. We can grab a Renew if we so desire, but I'm going to abstain for now. In favor of, I believe, Healing Rain. Because we can upgrade Healing Rain because it's cheap to its counterpart, which dispels fire and grants recovery. We're going to grab a Detoxify, I believe, would be a good one. And what else is there? Right, we need a mana regen, so an Innervate would be a good choice, but instead we're actually going with Cornelius to get Dark Ritual, because that is just an obvious choice for him. And I guess we'll follow up with 2 Heat Waves. Alright, let us start removing cards. We don't need that many barriers or heals, so we'll get rid of 1 of each. We'll get rid of these Sacred Bolts, get rid of the Sunbeams, and that should be good for Ottis, and Cornelius should be good. Alright, first let's get the Cornelius upgrade, so we want Heat Wave that deals to all monsters. Then we follow up with the Healing Rain, which is 180 ultimately, which is not good. We're instead going to grab Detoxify with the Dispel, Bleed, and Poison effect. Barriers, Infuse Courage, and all that should be burned, so we'll start with the burns here. So, Heals burn, and Barriers burn. It's not a fully upgraded deck, but it'll have to do. Alright, and for the Armory, we've got a few choices ahead of us. An interesting choice is the Onyx Amulet, but we won't be grabbing that just yet. Every turn gain 1 sharp. That's an interesting one. Alright, we won't be able to get anything truly fantastic, but we should probably be able to get a set of bandages, which will help healing. And we can probably get 1 pet. So we'll get the bandages to Ottis. That way we get some recovery going. And for the pet, we're going to give that to Heiner, because he will need all the resistance he can get. And I do believe that's it. We got 10 gold, 0 shards. We can't get any upgrades, so we'll leave that alone. And now we can go. Alright, we have a few choices of direction we can go. There's the Craftsman, there's the Old Greenery, the Main Road event, which we haven't gone through yet. There's the Jeweler. Is there anything else that I can go with? Hard to say. Alright, well, let's think. I can go by the Morning of the Lake, which would be a good one. The Main Road's a pretty interesting one, because I do believe that's the grave site. Well, let's see. Can I even get to the event if I go the bottom route? Probably not. Yeah, no, I'd be ending. I'm words. Jeez. I think I go for the moon ritual here, so I'm going to go for the small lake, I think. So we're going to take the bottommost direction, right here. Alright, let's do this. Okay, who are we targeting? I guess we target the one who's fastest, which is the brown boar in the middle. Alright, and then we will... Do we Viper Strike, or do we Dual Strike? Viper Strike technically deals more damage in the long term. Because poison. Alright. Ah, Heiner is suffering, but it's fine. He'll live. He'll live. Alright, let us intercept. Double down. Alright. We can sunder armor, which will be pretty good. Then we'll buff up, bluff again. There we go. Not the most perfect result, but it will do. Ah, Fireball. That's a pretty good one. Okay, if I use Fireball, then I can follow up with Flare, but first I should Heat Wave him. Then I can throw up a Fireball. There we go. And then I follow up with the Wild Boar. And now it's just Ottis. We will detoxify Heiner. We'll heal Heiner. We'll barrier Heiner, and we'll heal Cornelius. And we'll leave the healing rain for later, because we will need to upgrade it at some point. Ah, but it's my turn now, so Dart, Dual Strike, Dart, Viper Strike. Done. Rather simple in hindsight. Let's see, we've got a rare Ice Lance that applies 5 chill. At the very least, it's basically considered deal 8 cold damage and apply 1 slow. Or -1 speed, I should say. Chant of Initiative is pretty nice, but we'll abstain. Blur's alright, but again, we'll abstain. Powerful. Nah. Bad Augury is an interesting one, but we are going to avoid that. Scry. I feel like there's mixed bags with these. On one hand, they do help filter cards for people, but on the other hand, it's not that great. Let's avoid it. Necrotic Burst we don't need, Ice Lance we don't need, so we'll get rid of those. Warpaint is... if it were a burn, I'd definitely consider it, because it's a draw 1, gain 3 powerful. But no, it's not a burn, so I'll avoid it. Alright. Following the carriage trail, you arrive at Lake Silenthia. Usually this lake is always crowded with locals who fish, trade, or perform daily activities. But today, it seems that no one is around. So it is not often that you can explore the lake thoroughly, without being disturbed. You can also fish or search for magical shards. Let us take our time to fish for something. Or we could search around for something unusual. 72%? Bugger it, why not? Let's do it. I like those odds. Just barely. You caught a big fish. You put the fish in your backpack for later use and leave the lake. And if I'm not mistaken... alright, well, who got the fish then? Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, no, I just got a fish. That's alright. Well, that's okay, I guess. Okay, we can't go down up these path anymore, or this path anymore, so that is off the charts. We can definitely focus on the southern path if we wish now. We will have to keep in mind that I have to keep to either this path or this path. This will yield us more fights if we go diagonally. And it'll get us back to Star Chaser if we wish. Alternatively, we just keep going and get to the river bridge here, which seems to be a common event, so why not? We'll go up and across. Alright. The obelisk's influence is corrupting the monsters in this area. It appears that they're going to get +2 speed, and all heroes suffer 2 slow at the start of combat. We do need the shards and gold, so let's do it. It's a pretty easy condition to fulfill. Ah, seems they're suffering already. Man, that's an awful tantrum. Alright, we're going to... I guess it's... Viper Strike? Viper Strike. Killer Instinct for Dual Strike, and another Dual Strike to end the sheep. That deals with 1. We then follow up with a Barricade, an Intercept, a Heat Laser to get Taunt, and I guess a Steel Skin to increase the armor for Heiner to worry about. Scroll of Intellect for Ottis. We then follow up with Inner Combustion, I guess. Unless we want to do Flare and some other things, but I guess Inner Combustion. Alright, that brings the sheep to near death. We then follow up with a Flare on the farmer and Inner Combustion for the near kill. We're gonna grab Healing Rain, I guess? No, Healing Rain won't work here. So we're gonna get... Let's get a Shield of Warding for Cornelius, so he's blocked up for the next combat. We will beef up Heiner. Well, no, if I use Barrier, then he'll heal up a bit. We'll use Heal, and then we can follow up with, I guess, a Shield of Warding. It'll do the job just as good. Let's give it to Thuls, though. I think it's for the best. Yep, there goes another sheep, which is good. Makes our job a little easier. Ah! It appears Heiner's suffering from a bad case of damage. Okay, interesting. Alright, we can get a... Poison Dart off. That'll bring him to Death's Door. We will then throw down a Blur and Viper Strike. We won't be able to do much else beyond that, though. Okay, we throw down a Barbed Wire. We will Intimidate. We will Intercept, and we'll do a Shield Charge, followed with a Bluff, and yet another Intimidate. Done. And now, we can engage in Pyromancy, I guess. We'll do a Flare to get them near death, and boom. Done. That wasn't too bad. Okay, that is a really powerful card. Stone Skin with a purple border with a burn. Normally, I would not grab Stone Skin, but because it is a zero-cost card, it's giving Block, Reinforce, and Thorns. I'm gonna take it, actually. Let's grab it. We're grabbing that, and we're going to grab Ember Storm, because it's a good staple card for us. What else do we got? We've got Inner Fire, which will give us Powerful, but I don't think we need it. Fortune Telling's pretty alright, but not, again, not something I'd grab unless it were Burn. Wait. Grant 1 Inspire, look up to 5, vanish any 2 of them. Or vanish up to 2 of them. Interesting. That would be a way to clear your deck if you're having a bit too much trouble choosing. Or you need to get rid of 2 specific cards. Alright, but no, we don't need it. Alright, to the new recruits. You have reached a new crossroads. To the north, the path leads to an old watchtower. To the south, the path leads you to the bridges that cross the river. The northern path appears to be blocked by a pigman, with a brand on his arm, who is trying to recruit others for what appears to be a cult. If you want to go north, you will have to deal with them. Alright, let's attack them and clear the way. At the very least, it's a combat, so we'll get some stuff out of it, I'm sure. Okay, who do we want to target? Who is the most susceptible? I guess it's the imp here. So, we'll throw the imp for a loop. We will follow up with 2 Viper Strikes. And throw a Poison Dart at the imp for extra poison damage. Ah, the Hellish Marks coming in. Alright, we're going to intercept Steel Skin. We'll bluff to see if we get anything interesting. Nope. We're just instead going to activate Guard and be done with it. Get as much block on Heiner as possible. Perfect, we got 2 heat waves. They're going to start burning like crazy. We are going to throw down a Searing Touch, a Flare, and we're going to do a Dark Ritual for Ottis to get some more mana. And we should be good on that front. We will need to cleanse the heroes of fire, so we won't be able to... unfortunately, we won't be able to benefit from... I mean, I guess we can, actually, now that I think about it. We just have to use Shield of Warding to our advantage. We'll infuse Courage into Cornelius. We'll throw down a Prayer of Healing. And we'll throw down a Barrier for Heiner. Boom. That should help significantly at the very least. Not a fan of the fire damage, though, that's being output. Like, holy... it's a lot. Doesn't take into account that... oh, that's painful. Yeah, that's a lot of bleed. Okay. Let us... blur Viper Strike. Blur Poison Darts. Yeah, we need to take you out first, so we'll put you in death range, basically. We'll throw down some barbed wire. We will intimidate the imp. Barricade. And we can start flaring things up, but we'll start with an Ember Storm? Yeah, Ember Storm. Scroll of Intellect. We'll then use a flare on the Fire Imp. And Fiery Shield to follow up. There we go. And for Cornelius, it's just as easy as healing, then infusing Courage, and throwing down a Prayer Protection, and let's get a Detoxify running on Thuls for now, because he's currently in the suffering range. Okay, perfect. Stone Skin to make it a little easier on himself. We will then use Viper Strike, Dual Strike, and he is now within death range. We will then poison the Fire Imp, and hopefully he doesn't heal. But we'll see. Nope, no healing. Good. But the Initiated is causing some trouble, which is annoying. Alright, Entrench. And Intimidate. Really should have targeted the Initiated at the back here, but that's fine. We'll live with our mistakes. Alright. We can either Fireball or Inner Combustion. I'm going to go with Inner Combustion, just a simpler choice. And Searing Touch. Scroll of Intellect on Ottis. Done. Let us atone. Let's see. We want Prayer Protection, Shield of Warding, Barrier. Done. Now I don't have to worry about the bleed. Or the fire, I should say. Alright, that is a good quality group. Vigilance. Innate, Vanish. That's a good one. Alright, let's grab Vigilance. That's just a good stable card. Healing Rain's also nice. Searing Nova. This is interesting if I get Cornelius insane amounts of burn. I'd prefer not to, personally. If I can help it. Strictly because fire damage is currently dangerous to him. I'm not sure if he has a way to reduce that, but... Well, I mean, there is. He does have that special perk once he gets to his first level up. Actually, hold on. What's his fire resist? He's got, like, base resistance of 41. Technically, he can bring it up to 70 at that point if he were to use this. Or if he were to use the Fire Cloak, which would reduce the damage significantly, I suppose. I hate using Searing Nova, though. Let's abstain. Blade Storm. Apply 2 bleed for each strike. So that's 6 bleed. Yeah, it's alright, but not good enough. Okay, we're gonna go down to the jeweler. At the entrance of a bridge, you see a jewelry merchant. When you approach, he says, "Hello, adventurers. Would you like to take a look at my products? I also have 2 specials for today. The first is a set of 4 exquisite magic rings that I made recently. They're yours for 600 gold, only if you buy all 4. The second is this unidentified magic ring. It is yours for 250 gold. To know what it does, you'll have to equip it when you buy it." So I have to buy we either choose the unidentified ring, or we buy the 4 sets of ring. Usually the best course of action is to get the ring because it's a powerful item this early on. I mean, it's 8 HP, all resistance is 3, speed 1. And I don't believe we currently have any ring slots, so we'll get some jeweler rings. Bugger it. Everybody gets a jeweler ring. That'll give everybody some resistance, some speed, and buffer to work with. Okay, let us go to the River Bridge Common Event. When you cross the river bridges, you notice that there are no travelers around. You can spend a little time here or keep moving. Stay a while and listen. There's a time when a wandering wizard... Let's see. Hey! That traveled these lands, and when the group took a moment to rest on these bridges, a young group of adventurers offered him some help, then... Oh wait, I remember now. The wizard was me, and I left some items and gold hidden in a magic rock near here. You go to the rock and take the items. Basically some loot, which isn't that bad. Alright. High Counselor's Staff. I would love the torch, but it's not that great. So instead, we're going to grab the mana potion for Cornelius, because that's pretty good. We've already got a bunch of rings, so we don't need more of them. And we don't need piggy bank, so we'll abstain from that. Instead, we'll just grab the Scholar's Robe. If Thuls can do fire damage, I would have used it, but he can't. But I guess I'll just put in the torch, just in case. As for Ottis, we'll just get extra gold. Why not? Alright, Obelisk Corruption. All monsters gain max HP 30 and all damage +1. We have the chance to remove a single card from our deck. Or we can heal 30% of our HP. I'm just going to continue. We don't need to worry about that corruption, to be honest. Alright. We start with Vigilance, Stone Skin. We will do Viper Strike, Killer Instinct, Viper Strike. A. Alright, seems they're going ham. And they've reduced our poor rogue speed to 0. Oh, no, they've reduced everybody to speed 0 except for Heiner. Alright, let us go with, I guess, Barricade. We'll then follow up with Guard on Thuls. We will then Intimidate Trunky for now, and just work our way back. Heat Wave to get any additional fire. Let us get a Searing Touch. Alright, he's now within death range. We will follow up with a Flare or Inner Combustion? Inner Combustion deals a lot less damage. We'll get the Scroll of Intellect from Cornelius for the future. So, from here, I guess we just Inner Combustion, Flare, big damage. Off we go. Atonement is an easy choice. We'll just go on the Dryad, simple enough. We don't need to use Prayer of Healing, but we will use Barrier for Cornelius so he doesn't take that much damage. We'll give Thuls Infused Courage. And I guess a heal for Ottis should be fine. No need to use Prayer of Healing. Now, for how long I'm planning to stream, at least for this game, I'm planning on 3 hours, then taking a bit of a break, and then doing another 3 hours for not Pathfinder Kingmaker. We're looking for 3 additional hours for Minecraft, preferably. This is just basically mainly to give me a break between the games, so I have a chance to actually take a break and move on without too much hassle. But I digress. We can use Entrench, but we won't get any other mana, so that does suck, but that's fine. We will throw down some intercepts, so Heiner's pretty beefed. We'll Heat Wave our way to victory. We will do an Ember Storm. We can do a Dark Ritual for Ottis. We can follow up with a Searing Touch if we wanted to. But I think it's in our best interest to use Inner Combustion here. Alright. We're now up to 26 burn with Cornelius. Kinda wish I had a healing rain that actually focused on somebody, but it's fine. We'll just focus on blocking with him like crazy. Anthem of Hope. There we go. That'll have to do. Okay. We're gonna throw down a Viper Strike. You know what? Blur. Let's not actually do attacks with Thuls until everybody's dead here. Except for Poison Dart, it seems. Alright, Sneak Peek. We'll then Poison Dart. And Poison Dart. There you go. Hey. Blocking like crazy. Get some more thorns going. We will then, I guess, Intimidate and Sunder. There we go. And I guess we just flare the heck out of this dude. And there we go. Done. No need to get too crazy after all. Ooh, Impale. Front monster, chain 1. It is a burn, so that is pretty good, but not that great. So let's abstain from that. What have we got here? We've got Trace. If this were a corrupted card like we got beforehand in our last run, I would grab it, but not for this. Plague Shot's pretty good. It's got poison damage, which is a staple for our build, but don't need it. Ricochet. If it applied bleed, which it can do, we'd grab it. If it had bleed, I'd definitely grab it, but it currently doesn't. Well, no. We'll abstain. Benediction. Grants bless and healing. We don't need that. We'll abstain from the Ember Storm because we only need 1 for that, and we should be good. Alright, we're going to go down and go deal with the Moon Ritual this time around. Drain Life. Deal 22 dark, but heal yourself for 100% of damage done. And that is a 2 mana cost card. You know, that isn't that bad, to be honest, for a card. For a burnable card that's dealing 22 damage and healing 100% of it, that's pretty good. We can also get an upgrade, which would help with our mass group, but Melancholy is a annoying buffer to deal with. So we have to keep that in mind. We're going to get 2 sads in our deck if we do this. Can we manage? Well, do I think I can? It's every round shuffle 2 sads into the deck. It's risky, but I'm going to have to go for it, I think. Let's do it. It'll just make ourselves even better for this time around, and we feel a bit nasty right now, so all the more reason to do it. Okay. We're going to want to either dual strike or poison darts. I think we follow up with a dual strike so we get the attack off. We'll then throw down a vigilance, get a stone skin off, dual strike again, and go for the poison dart on the Dryad in the back, I think. Yeah, Dryad in the back is the most annoying. Well, no. The Dryad here is the most annoying, I think. Yeah. The power of overgrowth is annoying here. Let's hope I can handle it. Yeah, I'm just really worried about the sad amounts of decks in there. Ugh. Okay. We can probably get a quick healing rain off. There's no fire damage well, there is some fire damage currently, but it's not enough to worry about. We'll cleanse that. We've currently got a sad in our deck, but that's fine. If we beef up Heiner, get Anthem of Hope going, remove the sad, we should be good for now. Alright, let's get some barbed wire going. Let's get some barricade. We will intimidate the heck out of the girl here. And we will intercept again with Heiner to get more AC, because Fortify. Alright. We should be able to get the heat waves going now. There we go. Searing Touch. Scroll of Intellect. And a Flare on who? I guess Trunky here? Yeah, let's give it to Trunky. There you go. The less minions, the better. But yeah, this is basically a race against time. Otherwise, we're just going to be swarmed with cards of melancholy, which is really nasty. As you can see. Alright, get rid of the sads. Let's get some intercept on Thuls. Bluff. And shield charge. There we go. Ah, the sad's coming in. Okay, we can get a fireball going. We can get a flare going. Yeah, I kind of hope I can do this. Alright, let's start with a fireball. Alright. We need to follow up with inner combustion, I think. There we go. Follow up with a flare on this dude. Get a scroll of intellect going. Get the dark ritual going for Ottis. Ah, pain. Now we get some healing if we can, which we can't. Great. The bloody healing rains are not doing any favors for me. Alright. Let us throw down... You are going to die already in the fire damage. Let me check just to make sure. Fire damage kills. We want to focus on the Dryad back here next. We're going to Shield of Warding... Alright, front hero. Yeah, we're going to Shield of Warding Thuls. Get rid of that. There we go. That'll have to do. Okay. We can get Killer Instinct going for the ambush. We will go for the one in the back here. We will then use a Blur. Follow up with a Poison Dart for the back. That will get her to kill range. And now we are swamped with more sad cards. Okay. We can probably follow up with a Viper Strike, Poison Dart combo. Get rid of a sad. Alright, we're near there. Oh, she's nearly dead. And she just used heal. Great. Alright, that makes our lives a bit harder. We'll guard. We will bluff. And yeah, rip. Okay, hopefully I get enough damage with Cornelius. I hope. Alright, let us throw down Prayer of Healing. Let's get a barrier going. We'll throw down an additional buffer for Cornelius. And let's get rid of the sads. Alright, Cornelius, let's see what you got. Ah, perfect. You got a bunch of fire spells. Let's see, what can we do? Alright, I think the best is honestly just a straight fireball. Yeah, if we do a fireball here, then we only have to worry about him. Alright, so we can either deal that, or we can deal the Ember Storm. We're gonna get the Fiery Shield going, I think. Yeah, Fiery Shield. As much damage as we possibly can. And finally, let's take care of Trunky with a Sunder Armor, which doesn't do us much, but it's fine. Cornelius, Searing Touch. Done. Whew, that fight is annoying. That could have been a lot worse. All monsters, Dispel, Wet, apply 6, burn. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's grab that immediately. Let me see if there's anything else, though, just to make sure. No, Heat Wave's the best course. Fortune Telling will void. Fate. Grant 10 block and shield. You know what? It's a purple card. Can't ignore it. It's pretty good. And now we can upgrade a card to whatever we want. Entrench is a good card to upgrade. Shield Charge, eh. Yeah, nope, we're gonna upgrade Entrench to give Fortify. That's the best course for Heiner. Alright, for this build here, upgrading Ambush would be a good staple. Vigilance is an obvious choice as well. Sneak Peeks, eh. I mean, if we use Ambush, it's a pretty good one. I don't know. I don't think we're going to be using Ambush a lot, so we should probably upgrade something that would actually find use. Let's get Vigilance with Burn, draw 1, apply 2 Sight, I believe is a good course. Sneak Peek's alright, but no. Let's get the Vigilant. It's a little bit better. Alright, for Cornelius. Well, the obvious choices would be to upgrade to, well, no, this is already upgraded, so 210, 210, 90s, 30s, 90s. I think the best course of action is to level up Dark Ritual to give 3 mana at the cost of more damage. And finally, Ottis is a interesting one. Prayer Protection would be an obvious choice. Healing Rain's nice, but not worth it. So, Prayer Protection seems to be the best course here. Yep, we're going to upgrade it to a 3 cost, and there we go. We can't upgrade anything, so we're good to go there. And we level up. Alright, so we're going to go with Steel Forge. For those who don't know, it gives +2 block, and when you block an attack, so when an enemy attacks Heiner, all heroes gain 3 block and 1 fortify. Technically, this is upgraded because we actually give more block and an additional fortify, if I'm not mistaken, so all the more reason to get it. Reactive Laser is basically the offensive version of Heiner, which basically means deal 5 transform damage to fire, and when you block, you deal 4 fire damage and apply 1 burn to all monsters. So it's great if you want to go fire build with Heiner. He's actually pretty good with that. I personally don't go fire build with him, I focus on block. Thuls is an interesting one. Let's see. You can either, for 1 turn, give an additional 2 poison and dark charges, and damage with hit deals an additional 8 shadow damage, and 1 dark charge. Technically it's 3, if you think about the Black Talons and all that, but eh. Alternatively, there's Subterfuge, which, for if you're damaged by somebody, you gain 1 stealth and 2 speed. But you also gain 1 additional stealth charge, which basically increases stealth damage. Or it increases damage and heal by 20% per charge, which basically is a increase in damage, which is nice. So if you want to go damage build, pretty good. For this, I'm gonna go with... Either I deal more poison charge damages, or I apply Subterfuge and increase my damage output directly. I'm gonna go with Black Talons, just because I'm used to it. Cornelius is an interesting one, but we're gonna grab Hellflame. It basically applies 3 charges for the next 2 spells, and it deals an additional 6 damage and apply 2 burn to the highest HP monster. So basically, the more spells you cast with this, the better. Fireproof is alternately a different thing, but it just gives a 30% resistance to fire. So great if you get a lot of burn, put simply. We're grabbing Hellflame though, so yeah. Praise the Sun is a decent card if you're going with a burn Sanctify build. But we're going to grab Underwavering Faith, which is 3 additional shield charges. And when you apply shield charges, you apply 2 Courage and Vitality. So it's a good card. Alright, and with that, we can now go to the Moon Ritual. You discover a forest glade. And here you can see some menhirs placed in a peculiar way, forming a circle. Inside the circle, there is an altar of some kind, at which an elder dryad performs a strange ritual. On the altar are some pieces of gold and a shiny white stone that seems to channel the moonlight. The dryad has not yet realized that you are close, but it will surely protect the moonstone at all costs. Oh, interesting. So that's how you learn Starfall. Alternatively, we could have Thuls steal it. Honestly, I'm going to take the risk to see if I can have Ottis learn Starfall, because I do believe that is a card that we don't have unlocked. Well, do we have it unlocked? Let me see. We do not have Starfall. You know what? Let's learn it. Let's see if we're lucky. Come on. Fail. Hello, Venerable Dryad. I'm Ottis, your neighbor. My chapel is to the east of the outskirts of the forest, and lately I've been having trouble with werewolves. Could you teach me a spell to defend myself? Welp. She doesn't want to deal with that, and she just dopes the heck out of it. Alright, well, rip that plan, but whatever. I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Alright, let's get Vigilance going. Then we're gonna activate Black Talons. We'll throw down a Killer Instinct for Dual Strike. Then we'll Feint and throw down a Viper Strike. Basically a lot of damage output immediately. Alright, we activate Steel Forge, Barricade, Barbed Wire, and we intimidate the heck out of the Elder Dryad, just to increase the damage output. Alright, we follow up with a Heat Wave, deal Ember Storm, Inner Combustion, follow up with a Flare for extra damage, and finalize with more mana for Cornelius to work with. For next turn, that is. We're gonna want Unwavering Faith, maybe? Yep, we'll use Unwavering Faith. We will pump Cornelius with a buffer. We'll infuse Courage with Heiner. We'll give another barrier to Thuls, and we will heal Ottis with some extra healing. Ah! It appears the Dryad is doing more harm. It's a good thing we've got Fortify now, thanks to the power of Steel Forge. We'll throw down another Barbed Wire, get some more AC going. We'll throw down an Entrench to give everybody a boost of AC, which will give us up to the hundreds, dear enough. We will Stone Skin. We'll do Strike, Dual Strike. There we go. Okay. For this, we are going to, I believe, Inner Combustion. But first, let us get the Scroll of Intellect going for Cornelius. Double down, basically. Alright. Let us start with the Inner Combustion. We'll then Flare. And Fireball. Boom. Big fire damage. We'll then throw down a Prayer Protection. We don't need Healing Rain currently, because it is going to hamper our burn damage. Oh, never mind. Elder Dryad just cured it. Great. Well, that's annoying. Alright, I guess we're gonna do Viper Strike. We will Blur, Poison Dart, Blur, Poison Dart. Boom. Let us get... Do I bluff or do I poison dart? Let's get the heat laser going. That way we can get some more AC. I'll boost up the AC of Ottis. And we'll bluff. Bluff. And I guess give more AC to Cornelius. Because why not? Alright. Nice. Hellflame. Start with this. Heat Wave. We will then Heat Wave again for extra fire damage. We will then throw down a... Do we double down on a Searing Touch? No, if we do one Searing Touch, we do a Flare, and then Fireball, then we're dealing the most. And finally, it is now for Ottis' turn. We go with Atonement, Shield of Warding for Heiner, Inspire Courage, and we'll leave Healing Rain for later. Alright, she's really trying. She's really trying. Alright, I guess we Poison Dart the heck out of her. Dual Strike, Viper Strike, that'll have to do. Alright, let us Shield Charge. Bluff. And Intercept for Heiner. Follow up with a Heat Wave. We can either Fiery Shield, Flare. Alright, let's Flare. Fiery Shield. There we go. And there. Now she's at death's door. Okay, we are going to just Anthem of Hope it. Infuse Courage into Cornelius. Boom. Now she's dead. Haha. The power of fire. Oh, that's an interesting one. 1 cost prismatic field that gives 4 insulate and 4 powerful. For 4 turns, that's pretty good, but I want ones that cast constantly, preferably. I'll keep the prismatic field here, strictly because of what it is, but otherwise I'm probably going to avoid it later on. Setup is probably going to be a pretty decent card. Draw 3, gain 1 energize, place 1 card from your hand to the top of your deck. It's a good setup, so I'll grab that. Maim, Hamstring, no, let's grab the... Let's clear that. Purge, Fury, Dispel, Insane, and Slow. Grant 1 Inspire. Nope, we'll just get shards. After the battle with the Dryad, the altar remains intact and a shiny stone continues to shine in the moonlight. The forest glade is silent for a moment, but you don't know when it will last. Wait a bit for the moon to set to pick up the moonstone. When the moon sets, the moonstone stops shining so brightly and cools off. You pick up the moonstone, the gold, and the items before leaving. You've had time to rest for a bit, and luckily no one appeared in the glade. Good. Alright, we get the Moonfire special ability from the Dryad Mask. We're immediately going to give that to Cornelius because it applies fire. So that's a good card for him. For the Reinforced Armor, or we could go with the Round Shield. Either would be good. We're probably going to get the Reinforced Armor for Heiner because it's a bit better than what he's got currently. What else? There's the healing that we could grab if we so desired, but I think the spiked bracers are a natural choice. We could also get the butcher's knife, so that is an option. I don't see us using bleed damage, so that's probably not the best course of action. We're definitely giving Cornelius, or Ottis rather, the round shield, if only for the +1 to shield charges. And he sometimes uses block charges, so that's all the better. For the time being, the best course of action is to get the spiked bracers, but it's probably not going to be a permanent thing, so don't worry about that. Alright, Backlash. All monsters gain 2 damage, all resistances plus 10. When a hero plays a spell, suffer 3 dark and 2 insanity. So basically, our healer is basically out of commission if we get that, I believe. Let's see. Defense, spell, spell. Defense, skill, spell. So I basically wouldn't be able to heal through this combat if I were to do this. Plus, Cornelius, our damage dealer, wouldn't be able to deal as much damage, so we'd have to rely on Thuls for damage. It would get us the resources we need for a level up, but what's the point, right? Well, I guess accepted challenge gives us a score, but we don't need it right now. That's not a worry. Okay, we're gonna get Vigilance going. Faint. We're gonna throw down Black Talons. We could also set up as well. Alright, choose a card to place on the top of your deck. Let's put a Blur on top of our deck, just in case. And let's throw down some Viper Strikes. And more poison for Trunky. Oh, big heals. Not enough to take us down just yet, though. Alright, let us throw down a barbed wire. Let's get an intercept going. We can probably throw down bluff. Here we go, so we can get some more armor, we get invulnerable, and boom. Block attack. Ah, perfect. Cornelius threw down the burn. Alright. Because of Prismatic Field, we can increase our powerful ability. So let us do that. Heat Wave. Ember Storm. Searing Touch to get rid of the Bob. And I guess the Dryad's going next for high damage output. And because powerful is pretty dope for one thing or another. Alright, Atonement. Prayer Protection. Shield of Warding. Leave the Healing Rain. Alright, Stone Skin. Dual Strike. Blur. Poison. Alright, she's dead. Now that just leaves the Tainted, Dryad, and Trunky. Well, they're throwing as much as they can at us. Well, they're certainly trying. They certainly are. Alright, let's throw down Steel Forge. Heat Laser to get the attention of everybody. Throw down a Steel Skin for extra damage. We'll Intimidate and Bluff. And then get a Barbed Wire going for everybody. Basically get as much Barbed Wire as we can. Because Thorn's OP. In some cases, anyways. Alright. Hellfire, Heat Wave, Scroll of Intellect. We then follow up with a Fireball. And he is dead. You are already dead. Let's get a barrier on Cornelius. There, that'll have to do. Well, thankfully, dual strike for death. Done and done. Flanking Strike. Back monster deals 16 slashing damage. Apply 6 bleed and gain 2 fury. If you're a fury build, probably good. But we aren't. So that is not really that good a charge for the card. Rapid Fire is pretty alright, but no. Flare, Cursed Shadows, Cursed Ag, no. Nothing good there. There, good. Alright. Let us... The obelisk is in sight, but something very dangerous is blocking the way. Ylmer, an old treant once known as the protector of Salenthia Forest, has awakened and has been tainted by energy emanating from the now active obelisk. Beside Ylmer, there is a Trunky and a Dryad protecting him. You can't see any way to avoid confrontation, but maybe you can make the fight easier or worse, depending on how you approach him. Let's ambush the Dryad, get rid of him, get rid of her rather, and make our job a bit easier. Alright. Let us start with the ambush here. Get some vigilance going. Killer instinct. I guess we can throw down a setup as well. What do we want on top of our deck? I guess the Black Talons is a good card. And then we can throw down a Viper Strike Poison Dart. Cool. Big damage. Alright, it appears we've got lucky and got the Entrench going. There we go. Barbed Wire. Intimidate. That should do it. Got some big defenses. Perfect. Prismatic Field. We'll use that. We'll get Heat Wave going. Scroll of Intellect. Twice over. And then we'll get the Burn going. So that way Tainted Trunky's going down. Okay, we can detox if we wish, but I think it's in our best interest to use Infuse Courage, Barrier, and keep it simple like that. Now the Treant is vulnerable and alone, on round 1 no less. This will make our job easier when we take out this guy. Okay, let's use Black Talons, Poison Darts, Viper Strike, Dual Strike. Took some damage, but that's fine. Alright, Steel Forge. Gonna get Bluff going. That way we can Intimidate, Barbed Wire, and Intercept with Thuls. Make sure he's basically beefed up. Perfect. Now we got a lot of burn cards, so let's just start cooking him. Alright, Inner Combustion's pretty good. Apply X. X equals your burn times 5. Alright, so let's see. This increases our burn, so that should be useful. So Inner Combustion, Searing Touch, Fiery Shield for extra damage. And we prepare for next turn by throwing down a Dark Ritual, I guess? We'll suffer some damage, but that's fine. Alright, Unwavering Faith, Shield of Warding, Prayer of Healing, and we don't need the heal yet, so we'll abstain from that, and there we go. Oh, he managed to cure the fire before it got worse. Oh, but he's in for a rough time. Yeah, no, he's only got so much. No, we're going to use Stone Skin, Faint. We will throw down a Poison Dart, Blur, Dual Strike. Now he's getting poisoned again. Let us throw down a... Actually, let's throw down a Bluff first. Perfect, we managed to get the Shield Charge. We'll then Intercept and throw down a Shield Charge for extra damage. Is he healing? No, he is not. So we should be able to just flare and flare. Round 3. We managed to beat the boss with an excellent performance. Alright, Equivalent Exchange. It's a innate burn, but it grants 1 energy, and you can repeat it up to 6 times. Oh, but we gotta pay extra energy if we want to repeat it. Okay, so what you do is you basically pass it on to somebody else, your mana. I mean, it's alright. It's not the best, though. Yeah, so what you do is you get 1 Energize, and you pay 1 extra energy to make it even better. Usually it's a 1-cost card. And usually it's not innate, but we don't need it. Invisibility, cold snaps, no. I don't see any good ones here. Parry's nice, I guess, but not worth it. Blood Rage is a definite take, I think. How much does it cost to upgrade? It's like, what, 200 or something? Repetition training's pretty good, now that I think about it. No, let's get Blood Rage. It's a good staple card. Invisibility. Yeah, we don't need it. Music Sheet, no. Rain of Arrows, no. Parry, no. Do we want any of these? Celestial Brilliance is interesting, but not worth it, I think. It is an epic card, though, but not something we're going to grab. Ylmer will never wake up again. A shame that the once tall and wise treant like him had to end this way because of a mysterious reactivation of the obelisk. Between Ylmer's roots you see a large golden chest appear. Inside the chest you find some gold and shards, but also a good amount of magic items that had been long forgotten between Ylmer's roots. And for our troubles, we managed to get some interesting items. Twin Blades. When you play a melee attack, draw one. We're immediately giving that to Thuls. Shield of Thorns. When you play defense, gain 2 thorns. That's a pretty good one. We'll grab it strictly because that'll make our tank even better. Yggdrasil's roots are not that great. Healing done, no. Helmet, no. We'll just get gold for Cornelius, and Ottis is definitely going to grab Ylmer's branch. And off to the obelisk we go. And where do we want to go? I think we go the same route that we intended to go, so we'll go through the red portal. And we're going to go through the same route I intended to go, even if we don't have the same items. So I'm basically going to take the northern route here. To give you a rough idea, we're going to go to the Colosseum. We are going to go through to talk with the gnome here. We'll go up, to the Harpy Nest, because I haven't explored that area yet. And we'll go from there. Alright. We've got 11 rations. We don't need to worry about much else, but we should start removing some cards, upgrading some cards, and go from there. First, we get rid of Itchy Burn. That is a given. Alright, Inspire Courage we're going to remove because it is a single target. While it is nice to have, we don't need it ultimately. Barrier's a good keep, but at the same time I'm not sure whether I want to keep it or not. But we are definitely upgrading these Healing Rains to be burns that focus on all hero. We're grabbing this normal Anthem of Hope, I'm guessing. Or at least that's the plan. And we're going to make this a staple card. Prayer of Healing, we upgrade. Shield of Warding, cheap, but we don't need it. Well, actually, technically we do. We just don't need a lot of them. We'll get one, we'll upgrade that, and then we'll find a different card to get for a usable card. Alright, let's get rid of a Shield of Warding in favor of something else. What have we got for options for healing? I mean, an Innervate would be a good choice, I believe. Yeah, if we get an Innervate, that's pretty good. We can also get some Omens of Peril, but one Innervate should be enough for now. Innervate, we can upgrade to be a 0 cost, but I think it's better if we wait on that. We will definitely remove the other Shield of Warding that we don't need. Alright, let's clear up the Cornelius deck a little bit and see what he doesn't need. Alright, he's got a bit too many Searing Touches, so yeah, let's just go through them. Alright, too many Flares. Bit too many Fireballs. Too many Searing Touches. And we certainly don't want Inner Combustion, because it's a bit too dangerous for us, even though we do burn quite a bit. Alright. Yep, let's see if we can get a different burn card, if we can. Oh, jeez. Flame Strike, deal 27, apply 8 burn. Deal 11, repeat 1. Firestorm's pretty interesting. Disintegrate is pretty OP, I do believe. Let's see, character sheet, perks. Yes, I did want to go electricity, now that I think about it, so... I think Disintegrate is actually a good staple card for Cornelius, if he gets the mana, that is, to pull it off. I mean, yeah, why not? Disintegrate's a pretty staple spell. We could get Electrocute if we so desired as well, that is an option, but... I think we're going to hold off until we get to late game before we get Disintegrate. So we're going to abstain temporarily, I should say. Let's see, what else we got? We got Rain, Mana Gem. Yeah, nothing too great, nothing too fantastic. Shifting Scroll is nice, but only in specific circumstances. Electricity Manual is going to be hilariously useful later on, but that is only when we do get the Disintegrate, because that will reduce the card cost by 2. Or at least it'll reduce the card cost by a step every time you play it. Which is gonna be nice. But anyways, let's see, what else can we do here? Invisibility is nice, but not worth it. We've got Searing Touch, which we've already cleared up. Elemental Bolt is a good staple. Let's grab that. That'll increase our damage output. Plus, it technically is a fire spell as well, and a lightning spell, so... it'll give me a reason to use anything else I want. Evocation's a pretty good staple card. Yeah, it gives 3 mana in turn into Energize, which is basically extra mana. We don't need it just yet, though. What else is there? There's Flare, Ignite, Immolate. Immolate's pretty good. We suffer some fire damage, but at the same time, we're dealing more damage at that point. Living Flame jumps. Yeah. No. 3 cost. Combustion. Deal X. X equals target's burn. And apply 4 burn. Okay. I think Combustion's actually a really good one. And we can also make it a burn, so that's all the more better. Grimoire of Flames, though. I think that's a good staple, though. Let's see. Do we want blue fireballs or orange fireballs? Orange fireballs seem better. I think we grab a Grimoire of Flames. That seems like a good choice. Let's grab it. Alright, what are we removing? We're going to get rid of Inner Combustion. Alright. What else are we getting rid of? Do we need... If we get rid of Flare, then we can focus on Elemental Bolt instead. Because it is an upgraded card. Do we need a Fireball, though? Let's get rid of the Flare. We can focus on Elemental Bolt at that point. And how many cards are we left with in that case? Okay, so we're left with 5 cards. Most of it's just damage dealing, but it still matters. Okay. Let's see. Can we upgrade anything cheaply? I would assume not, but it never hurts to check. Searing Touch is pretty cheap. Fireball's pretty cheap, so we'll make Fireball pretty cheap here. Grimoire Flames is 210. We don't want that just yet. Alright. Yeah, Orange Fireball is a bit better, so we will upgrade to this, I guess. Oh, I guess you can give the Fireballs to somebody else, technically. So you can cast them immediately after, but... No, I think we can get the orange one. It's a bit more damaging. Alright, do we want to apply Vulnerable? No. We want as much burn as possible, I think. Ember Storm, do we want that to burn? I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, so we're now left with 4 cards. So we do still need technically a card that we're going to be constantly using. I guess we could get another Ember Storm. It's additional fire damage after all. And it's cheap, no less. We could also get rid of the Searing Touch. That is an option. Well, Ember Storm applies to all monsters, so that's just going to stack up like crazy. Searing Touch is front monster, so it doesn't help that much in the long term. You know what? 2 Ember Storms doesn't sound bad, in favor of a Searing Touch. Alright, let's get rid of the Searing Touch. And let's see. How's our deck looking? And everything else is burned, so we got 5 cards that we can use. So we're going to upgrade these to just deal a bit more damage in the blue department. And we are now left with 80, which we will now use to upgrade the Poison Darts some. Or at least we need to upgrade 1 Poison Darts. Viper Strike, do we need... we'll upgrade one of them to... Well, we'll upgrade 2, why not? Well, no, we can upgrade only 1, so... Alright, Thuls, we remove some Viper Strikes. Let's see, do we want the Ambush? No, preferably not. Alright, let's get rid of Ambush. We need to get rid of Sneak Peek. And that will make our deck a little smaller. Heiner specifically, what do we get rid of? I think we get rid of Sunder Armor because it's a bit too costly. And we should probably get rid of... I think we get rid of Guard. Steel Skin's a bit better here. And it'll give us room to use Entrench. Yeah, we get rid of Guard. Alright, let's see. What items do we have available to us? Alright. All damage +1. Every turn gain 2 Thorns and cast the card Quillrain. Deal X amount of range damage, and X equals your Thorns times half. Okay, interesting. There's also the Heater Shield, which gives some block and shield charges, which is actually a decent card for Ottis, because he uses a lot of that. You know what? I'm going to take a small 5-minute break, and when we return, I will continue off here. And I'll probably decide what I've got, but it's probably going to be the Burning Orb, Heater Shield, and something else maybe. I don't know. We'll see. See you guys in 5 minutes. Alright, I am back. Let's get back into things. Just make sure I'm on the screen. Yep. There we go. Okay. Now, we have a choice here. We can either apply 6 burn, or we can apply permanent +2 to charges and +2 to damage. We're going to grab the Burning Orb instead of the High Counselor Staff. We can grab the Heater Shield in favor of the Round Shield instead, if we so desire. Or we can go as far as using Slimy, which is a pretty costly pet. Let's see, it's cost 406 for the Heater Shield, cost 744 for Slimy. I think we have enough to get both. Let's see. I think I'm definitely going to grab Slimy, because applying 2 poison to all enemies is just too good to pass up. And yep, we have enough for the Heater Shield, so we're going to grab that. So that way we get 4 additional charges of block and 2 additional charges of shield anytime Ottis plays a block card. Because he uses those a lot compared to anything else. Alright, that is as much prep as we can do here. Unfortunately, we are just going to have to go and wing it. So yeah, let's get going. Let us go north. Our goal is to go to the Colosseum, beat up some weird minotaurs or whatever we run into, and go from there. Alright, a free card upgrade, and increase the quality and quantity at the end of combat of cards. An upgrade is quite literally a boon for us at this point, especially for people like Cornelius. People like Thuls is pretty good. I think Heiner benefits the most out of this. And shuffling parasites is not that bad for us because we have the AoE to deal with them. So yeah, let's do this. I think we can make this happen. They are immune to poison, which does suck, so Thuls is going to be fairly useless here. But he can still help somewhat. So we're going to throw down setup. What else we got? We're going to throw the setup for Viper Strike. Well, no, we set up the Poison Strike, I guess. We Stone Skin. We then, I guess, Blur Viper... No, I Viper Strike for some damage. I then Killer Instinct for Dual Strike. And then I can Blur and deal the Poison Dart, even though it doesn't deal any poison damage, which does suck. Okay. Ah, big pain. Heiner's suffering quite a bit, but will live. Okay, we throw down a barricade for everybody, get an intercept going. That'll increase our damage output somewhat, but it's still not enough, I suspect. We'll get a heat laser going so we have some extra block. We'll then use a shield charge to weaken the Marauder here. And just hope that's enough. Perfect, we got the Grimoire of Flames just immediately. Okay, we're going to get the Scroll of Intellect on Cornelius. We'll throw down a Heat Wave. We will then use... Do you want the Grimoire of Flames or the Ember Storm? What we can do all of it. We'll do the Grimoire of Flames. We'll throw down a Fiery Shield. No, let's get Ember Storm going. And then the Fiery Shield. There we go. Now, with that, we can get rid of the bleed on Heiner. We can start pumping Shield of Warding into literally anyone, but I guess Heiner would be the best choice here. We'll give him a barrier, heal him, and give him some more healing just to make sure he's tip-top shape. And now the burn will do its job, hopefully. Yeah, we just gotta be patient, that's all it comes down to. Alright, we faint. We can, I guess, Poison Dart, Blur, Viper Strike. Just to deal some more... Ah, nuts. I missed out on a card for damage. Rip. Oh, well. Oh, nice. Alright, let's use Hellflame, Heat Wave for extra damage, and Fireball. Big damage. Scroll of Intellect for extra mana, Dark Ritual for Ottis to get some more healing out, and whatever else I can think of. And yeah, Healing Rain. It will remove the burn that we're suffering from. Anthem of Hope will get some more card draw, Prayer Protection for extra armor, and we'll get some more healing for Cornelius, just so he's beefed up. And now we get Heiner. Heiner will throw down the barbed wire for everybody, so that way we got some nice old defensive thorns going for us. We will get a Steel Skin going. We'll get Bluff. And we'll get Blood Rage going. That way we get extra mana, just in case. Alright, now the taunt's going in. Ah, perfect. They're going for him. They're taking a lot of damage, which is good. Ah, but the Parasite's annoying. Alright, let's get the setup. Okay, what do we want to put on our top of the deck? I guess the Poison Dart would be obvious. Well, no, let's put the normal Viper Strike away. There. That way we can get the Black Talon off. And that way we can... I guess Poison Dart everybody, I guess. Because we do need to deal dark damage, technically. Alright, he's in Death's Door. We can then dual strike... Well, yeah, we can dual strike the spider. Then we can Poison Dart the goblin here. And Power Strike the goblin there. So now they are on the brink of death. And Cornelius can just follow up with big damage. Because, yeah, Ember Storm, Fireballs, he's pretty gimmicked with that. And that's it. That's the fight. Did pretty good considering the difficulty of that combat. Okay. We don't need any of these. Windknight's Tail. No, we don't need them. If they were if they were the Vanished version, maybe, but I don't need them. Chant of Initiative, no. Nothing here is good. Alright, let's leave it at that. Okay, now we get to choose some upgrades. What do we want to upgrade? Okay. We've got Intercepts, we've got Blood Rage. It's really a question of whether we want to upgrade the Shield Charge, the Blood Rage, or something else. I'm going to go with the Blood Rage because it's a constant use card. For Thuls, let's see what we got. We've got Viper Strike, Dual Strikes, Blurs. I think Blurs are the most expensive in our deck currently, and we're not going to be using Dual Strikes for much longer, so let's just upgrade to Blur, I guess. Alright, for Cornelius, Ember Storm is a good upgrade potential. We could also get Ember Bolt and Grimoire of Flames, so those are probably going to be our focus compared to the Scrolls of Intellect. So let's see. Do we want Elemental Bolt that deals additional fire damage, or do we want Grimoire of Flames? Grimoire of Flames gives some Inspire, so we'll get some more card draw, technically. But I think we can hold off for now, because I would favor the Elemental Bolt, something that we use constantly. So in the long term, it's going to be useful. Short term, otherwise, not. Ah, I forgot to upgrade Ottis. Yeah, no, I could have upgraded Innervate, my bad. Great. Ah, well. Alright, let's see. We can get Bludgeon, or we can get an Upgrade Halter. We don't need either. We should be fine just playing this normal fight. Alright, time to take advantage of the potential of poison. Alright, let's throw down some Vigilance, get some Stone Skin going. Black Talons, Blur, Dual Strike or Viper Strike? Let's go Dual Strike because more damage. And we can't use Viper Strikes, so rip. Ah. Alright, that's some big damage. We'll start with Steel Forge, Barbed Wire, everybody. We'll get a bluff going. And it's looking like we're going to need a lot of damage, so let's get Blood Rage. We'll sacrifice some HP in favor of Shield Charge. Which only applies slow, which will, I guess, help in some degree. Not that beneficial in the long run, though. Alright, we're going to use Scroll of Intellect, boost up Cornelius's mana. Let's start by using... Do we want Ember Storms, or do we want to use Fire Shields? Additional Fireballs never hurt. Alright, let's Ember Storm. Let's Fiery Shield. And yeah, let's prepare for our next turn with 2 Fireballs. Alright. Alright, we've got Innervate, Anthem of Hope. Healing Rain can get rid of Burn. Let's get Innervate for Heiner. We'll get Heal for him as well. Anthem of Hope. And let's remove all that bleed from him as well. Just to make sure he's doing alright. Ah, perfect. The block is coming in clutch. I was not wrong to get the block going. Alright, we can follow up with an Entrench to give everybody a boost in AC. We'll get the laser going so everybody can't stop. We'll intercept for bigger armor. And we will intimidate and bluff. And intimidate again. Because extra damage never hurts. Alright, Cornelius is up. What we're going to want to do is we'll use Hellflame here. Heat Wave. Double down with Heat Wave. Ember Storm for extra burn. Throw down a... Prism... Oh, we should have used Prismatic Field here. Oh well. We can use it now. And then we use a normal fireball here, and then use the free fireball to take out those guys. The Raider here is basically there, but hey, it's fine. Oh, he's dead. Rip. Alright, Healing Rain, Prayer Protection. Let's get a barrier going for Thuls. Yep, there you go. Atonement. There we go. That'll have to do. And finally, we've got Thuls, who is just going to go for the kill. Feint, Killer Instinct, Viper Strike, Poison Dart. Done. We got an excellent quality fight on our hands then. And we got a Firestorm of Corrupt quality. That's not bad. Alright, we can deal 15 fire damage, apply 7 burn, and repeat once. Normally, it's not a burn in both instances. We're grabbing this because it's a corrupt version. Song of Celerity is a good staple card, so we're grabbing that. I'd prefer if we can get it innate, but it doesn't matter ultimately. Prayer of Healing's fine, Anthem of Hope, yep. We'll just get more shards from there, I guess. Do we want anything here? Nope, we're good. Okay, let us get the Colosseum going. Let's participate. You arrive at the Vel'Karath Colosseum, where several groups of warriors fight to see who's best. You can bet to see which group will win the next fight and double your money, or even enter the to compete in the arena. The competition consists of several consecutive matches, until you face off against a champion of the arena. Before you have a chance to face off against the 2 main groups of gladiators, you must first prove your worth by taking on a group of vicious insects captured in a distant land. simple enough. We will need to heal up Heiner because he is suffering from severe damage. But, hey, that's fine. We can do that quite easily. Alright, we throw down Vigilance. Let's throw down the setup. And let's see. We've got 3 mana currently. Do we have enough to make this happen? No. I think we save Black Talons for later. Yeah, we'll save Black Talons for later. In favor of getting some more mana. Alright. We have a few choices here on who we target, but I think the key here is we focus on the one in the back. And we will blur to be safe about it. And now we be patient. Oh, Heiner's suffering some damage now. Great. But hey, that shouldn't be too bad. Alright, it's Cornelius' turn. Let us throw down the Scrolls of Intellect for him. We then Emberstorm, and Fireball. Boom. Big damage. We will Healing Rain to cure ourselves of damage. Let's throw down a Unwavering Faith, Heal, Barrier, and Innervate. There we go. And Heiner's turn is next. We throw down an Entrench. We'll get a Barbed Wire going. And we can use a Heat Laser to draw attention to everybody. So Heiner takes the brunt of whatever comes our way. Plus 100 something block is pretty good. Okay, let's throw down a Feint because it's free. I think we can get away with a Black Talon. Yeah, let's get with a Black Talon. Let us get the Killer Instinct going. Alright, who are we targeting? We're targeting the Spider. Let's get the Stone Skin, Viper Strike. There we go. That should do it. Ah, more damage from the Thorns. OP. Yeah, no, he's really trying for death. Well, good thing I have a lot of damage ahead of me. Well, I guess we'll just go with the easy solution. Firestorm. Boom. Excellent quality upgrade. Ooh, we've got Enrage. We're definitely grabbing that. Draw 1, gain 2 mana. That's a really good card. Scorching Ray is a good staple card if you're looking to deal as much damage as possible to somebody. Especially if you apply burn to a single target, so Scorching Ray is a good staple there. It's like... It's 24 burn on Cornelius currently, which is pretty good. I think we grabbed Scorching Ray, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Alright, we got Dark Ritual, Elemental Bolt, 3 Ember Storms. So that's 5 cards. Yeah, that's 5 cards, so we could get away with Scorching Ray. Yeah, let's get Scorching Ray, why not? Alright, do we get Dual Strike? No, let's sell those. And Holy Storm, yeah, no, nothing good there. Okay. You won your first match, and now you're in the middle of the arena. The public wants more, and you now have to decide who you want to fight in the next fight. Either the Fang Gang or the Blazing Brothers. You can also abandon if you feel too tired to continue. Let's fight the Fang Gang. 3 werewolf gladiators appear before you. Rondo, Gonzo, and Ponko. The combat begins. Okay, it is time for us to deal with these gang. Alright. Let us throw down a Vigilance, I guess? Yep, Vigilance. Song of Celerity for extra speed. We then throw down a Killer Instinct for Dual Strike. get a scone skin, get a blur going, and Viper Strike the dude in the back. Because he's going to be the most annoying, I suspect. Oh, alright. It's time for Cornelius. Or rather, Heiner, rather. Let's throw down the barbed wire. Get an intercept going, because extra block is always needed. Let us use Blood Rage. It'll suffer some damage for us, but that's fine. We'll go for that, and then we will, I guess, Shield Charge. Reduce the speed of the dude, the Warboar, just in case. Alright, it's time for Cornelius. Let's see. Okay, we've got 2 Heat Waves, an Ember Storm, and a Fire Shield. Let's just get those down. Let's throw down the Ember Storm, throw down a Fiery Shield, get some extra damage off, and I guess we can pump Cornelius with more mana, because he's going to be using a lot of it in a minute. Okay, we'll start with Healing Rain. We will throw down a Atonement, throw down Prayer of Healing for everybody, and a Shield of Warding for Heiner, because he's going to need the AC. Alright. Ponko went for the heal, but he's going to regret doing that. Alright. We activate Black Talons. We'll do a Feint. We'll do Poison Darts. Poison Darts. Dual Strike. And setup is not going to be used. Thankfully, the block from Heiner is just going to keep stacking, so that's good. Alright. Let us throw down the Barricade. Get some more Thorns. Let's get Heat Laser. Steel Skin for beefiness. Let's go Intimidate. And that's Heiner's turn. He is now going to be the focus with 15 Thorns, which is pretty nasty. Okay, let's throw down a Hellflame. Let's get Heat Wave going. I think we go Firestorm because it applies twice. Yep. Get an Ember Storm going. Get a Grimoire. And there we go. Now we get the Healing Rain. Let us throw down Unwavering Faith, I think? No. We want to throw down a barrier for Ottis, because he's suffering some damage. We'll detox Heiner, because he's suffering the most bleed. And we wait. That man can try and dispel, but he's not going to get rid of the fire and poison that easily. Yeah, no, these guys are dead now. Alright, we will Dual Strike. Alright, we will Poison. Poison. Okay. He's dead from fire. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Steel Forge, Intercept, Bluff. Boop. Done. And I guess Cornelius can just finish up. Yeah, there you go. Alright, we got some more cards. Ooh, we got a Burn Barricade. All heroes gain 24 block and 3 reinforce. That's pretty good. Let's grab that burn. Alright, we can get another Grimoire. I mean, it's extra fireballs, I'm not complaining. And they're free, so all the more reason to grab it, I suppose. Yeah, let's grab Grimoire Flames. Expose Armor, do we want it? I mean, it's a good mark and vulnerable target, but nah. It's a bit too costly. Pulsing Heal, no. We should be good. You have won another fight, and now you're ready to face the champion of the arena. Astarios, a great minotaur, appears in the arena, and the audience goes wild in anticipation of the bloodshed to come. You can retire now, and you will earn some gold for making it this far, but fame and glory are within your reach. Let's fight. Asteros raises his axes and charges you. The fight begins. Alright, let's deal with Asteros now. Okay, let's see, we want Stone Skin, Vigilance, Song of Celerity. I guess we Black Talons it, and deal as much damage with our daggers, and go from there. Alright. Ah, he's getting Fury going, so he's going to be suffering a lot of damage. Okay, let's throw down an Rage. Let's get Entrench going. Let's get Blood Rage. We'll suffer some damage, but that's fine. We'll get Steel Skin going, Intercept, so we get as much block as possible. Alright, Cornelius is there. We want to activate the Scroll of Intellect. We will then throw down the Prismatic Field. And we can either Firestorm or something else. I'm going to use the Grimoire of Flames and Firestorm for prep, and we'll save the Firestorm for when we have a good chance to use it. Alright, we'll throw down an Atonement. We will heal Heiner. Use a barrier on him. Unwavering Faith. Heiner. Obvious choice. We just want to make sure his health is topped up like crazy. The more he has, the better, put simply. Alright, let's throw down the Feint. We'll get a setup going. Let's see, what do we want to prepare for next turn? Let's prepare... We've got 4 mana, so... Let's save a Dual Strike for later. Alright, let's use Killer Instinct here. Alright, Killer Instinct. We go with either Dual... I guess Dual Strike's the best course of action here. Alright. Let us get a Blur going. And let's use the upgraded Viper Strike and normal Viper Strike. That way we get more poison off. Alright, it's time for Big Burn. Alright, let's first start with the Hellflame. Let's see. We go with Scroll of Intellect first. Get us some more mana there. The staple here is we use Scorching Ray here. That will apply 3 burn, or 3 on top of it, which basically means 9 additional burn because of the Hellflame here. And we can either go Hellflame or Ember Storm, or Heat Wave and Ember Storm. Let's go Heat Wave, Ember Storm, and then finally finish off with Fiery Shield twice for big damage. Alright, that leaves us with Barrier. We'll use Innervate or Anthem of Hope. We'll use Innervate on Ottis so he's got some more healing. We'll Cleanse the Bleed on Heiner. Give him some buffer to boot. Pretty good. Alright. Then we follow up with Barbed Wire. Intercept. Let us get Heat Laser to get that. Intimidate, Bluff. And we follow up with a Barricade for everybody. Extra block never hurt. Oh, he is summoning his companion. Asterhus, it seems. Unfortunately for him, he's going to be dying in a minute, so... yeah. We'll start with... let's start with Blur. We will then Viper Strike. Follow up with the Poison Darts in the back, and then we'll just Dual Strike the dude. I guess we could have saved mana, but it's fine. It don't matter. We are going to be plowing him with as much damage as possible after all. Alright, we're going to start with a Dark Ritual, I think. That'll get us our mana. We'll throw down some Heat Waves. We'll then throw down a upgraded Fireball. And then we'll throw down 2 free Fireballs. Because extra damage. Alright, we throw down Steel Forge, Barricade, Barbed Wire, Intimidate. Now he's going to be targeting Heiner mainly, with Increased Thorns. We'll get some Healing Rain going. We'll get a Prayer of Healing going. We'll heal Ottis, and there we go. That'll do. And now, we deal with Asterhus. We'll get setup going. What do we want to put away? Let's put away a dual strike. And just focus on poison darts and viper strikes. There we go. 55 poison now. Yeah, he's gonna regret that damage. Thorns OP. Alright, intercepts. Let's get Steel Skin, Bluff, and intercept. There we go. That should do it. And now, we should be able to get away with just taking him out. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so everything here is going to be enough to kill him. So Heat Wave. I guess Grimoire of Flames, so we have it. Normal Ember Storm. Better Ember Storm. Elemental Bolt. Boom. Basically dead. Prayer of Healing. And Innervate on Cornelius for your next turn. Done is done. And we only get the great quality bonus, but that's fine. Alright, let's throw down setup. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Poison darts, poison darts, poison darts, Viper Strike, and Dual Strike. Done. And he's dead. RIP. Okay. Oh, we got Disintegrates. How convenient. I was looking for that. Let's grab that immediately. Do we need anything here? Not really. X equals target's fire damage. For Holy Fire. Interesting. I'll abstain from that. Toxic Strike. If we can focus it on a specific monster, that's a really good one. Poison Spray is a random monster, but it deals 7 poison every time. We can make it cheaper and repeat 2. So it would be 6 poison, but that's still 18 poison, basically, for 1 casting 2 cost card. Let's grab Poison Spray, just in case. And that should be good.
What a show! You have succeeded. Not only have you defeated Asteros, but you have also defeated Astorus, the former champion, at the same time. The fight will be remembered and talked about everywhere for a long time. It's time to enjoy your fame and your reward. As new champions of the arena, many will recognize you during your travels. Plus, you've won a commemorative trophy and a good amount of gold. You rest a bit before continuing. We gained 500 gold and 40 experience. And because of our efforts, we got a gold trophy. I'm not sure where that's going to be used, but we'll use it somewhere, I'm sure. Alright, Iron Furnace. When you play an attack card, gain 1 to fire damage and 8 block. 5 times a turn. Okay. Defense Mastery. At the start of your turn, reduce the cost of defense cards in your hand by 1 until they are discarded. Definitely grabbing that. Envenom. When dealing damage with a hit, apply 3 poison. When you play a melee attack card that costs energy, refund 1 energy and gain 1 powerful. Envenom is way better. Alright, Cornelius. When dealing damage with a hit, apply 3 burn. When you play a fire spell that costs energy, refund 1 energy and apply 1 burn to a random enemy, 3 times a turn. Incendiary. Ottis. Sanctify +3. Or, at the start of your turn, reduce the cost of defense cards in your hand by 1 until they are discarded. Grabbing that. Alright, to the stone staircase, we got hexproof here, and let's see. Each hero will be able to remove 2 cards. Each hero will get a free card upgrade. Okay. I could probably upgrade Innervate here. Cornelius can probably upgrade one of his scrolls or a grimoire. Thuls can easily upgrade Poison Spray, which is a good, decent card for him now. And Heiner, he could probably upgrade Shield Charge, I think. All monsters do gain 7 buffer every round, though, so that is something we have to keep in mind. What is buffer, though? That should be something that we should acknowledge. Tome of knowledge. We're looking for no, not statistic. We're looking for glossary. Buffer. Here we go. Prevents one curse per charge. Remove one curse. Remove one charge when this happens. Charge do not stack. Okay, so burn is considered a curse. Chill's considered a curse. Bleed's considered a curse. Okay, so basically, spells that we have basically just don't work on the mobs as well. We'll still deal damage, we just won't get, like, fire debuffs or everything like that. Which does suck. I mean, we should be able to deal the damage to take him out, but no, I don't want to make it too hard on myself there. Let's just deal with these guys the normal way. Okay. Alright, let's throw down Vigilance. Throw down Black Talon. Let's get in a... Do I want Dual Strike or Viper Strike? The Viper Strike will at least get the poison off, so let's do Viper Strike, Poison Dart, Dual Strike. There we go. That will minimize the damage that we take. Barricade's going to be 1 cost, as is Steel Skin. And Energize, then we can buffer with Intercept, Bluff, and Intimidate. There we go. Now for Cornelius, because big damage is his go. Alright. Throw in the Scroll of Intellect. Throw in Prismatic Field for big boosts. Ember Storm. Let's throw down the Dark Ritual for extra mana, and Fiery Shield. There we go. Next turn is going to be even more aggressive. Alright. Let's throw down as much Healing Rain as we can. We'll get Anthem of Hope going for extra card draw. Prayer Protection for extra block. And we don't need to use the heal just yet, so we'll save mana. Seems like they're trying their hardest to take me out, which, you know, makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, we then use Stone Skin, Faint. Let's throw down a setup. Okay, let's get Song of Celerity for next turn. We will then... I guess Viper Strike is to go to. If that's the case, we're going to use Blur. We'll then use Viper Strike on the Stormcaller here. We'll then Poison Dart, and Poison Dart to Girl in the back. There we go. Alright, Heiner's in play. We use the Steel Forge, Entrench build, Barbed Wire, Blood Rage, Intimidate, and boom, big damage. Alright. Ah, Disintegrate. That's a nice spell. If only I could use it. No, what we're going to use is we're going to use as much AoE as we feasibly can. So we're going to want to Firestorm, Ember Storm, and Grimoire Flames for prep, and that'll be our turn. Until we get the Stealth Writ gone. Alright, we then activate Prayer of Healing, Barrier, remove the bleed, and I guess Unwavering Faith Shield. There we go. Because big damage. Another Barbed Wire wouldn't be bad. It's basically another consumable I can use in a pinch. It's basically on par with the rain and all that, or their burns here, so let's get another Barbed Wire, I guess. Actually, let me see what else is there, actually. Let's grab Barbed Wire. We don't need the Wicked Craftsman. Vanish is a good sacrifice card. Yeah, let's get Vanish. It'll get rid of bleed and poison with stealth. Living Flame. Not that good. Curse of Agony. Yeah, if this were the upgraded version for blue or corrupt card, definitely grabbing it, but no, it's not. So, rip those. Okay, we've got two choices. We go to the gnome or we go to the altar. I'm gonna go to the gnome, so that way I can go up to the harpy nest. You see a gnome tinkering with a strange mechanical platform. When you get closer, he says,
Damn it! There's something I'm missing. I've searched scrolls, books, and everywhere for knowledge needed to make my platform fly. I even wanted to go back into the Black Forge to investigate, but the gates are closed. Maybe you can help me. If you find a book with ancient knowledge of technology that allows me to make my inventions fly, I'll be eternally grateful.
Sure, why not? The gnome thanks you for your willingness and gives you a few magical shards. Also, the gnome tells you that he's already searched half the world, so it'd be difficult to find a book that he's not seen, unless it's a place that can only be reached across the obelisks. Before leaving, you rest a little in camp. Alright, we can either go to the Black Forge, or we can go to the Mount Peak. We're going to Mount Peak, obviously. Backlash we don't want to worry about, so let's leave that alone, and let's keep going. We got Stone Elementals and Stormcallers. Let's see what happens. Alright, Vigilance, Song of Celerity, Stone Skin. Let's go Vanish, Dual Strike, Poison Dart. And we'll leave Black Talon for later. Alright, Barricade. Oh, something's going on. Weird, but alright. Alright, Barbed Wire for extra block. Steel Skin. Let's get Blood Rage for extra mana. Get Bluff. And I guess Intimidated Stone Golem. Alright, time for Cornelius to step in. Okay, we've got Heat Wave. Heat Wave. Let's use the normal Ember Storm. And then Firestorm for extra big damage. That's enough to nearly kill everybody, which is good. Alright, let's Healing Rain. Double down on those. Let's Atonement on one of them. Bring them closer to death. Anthem of Hope for later. And heal up Heiner. There we go. Alrighty tighty. Oh, that Sky Hunter is basically dead. They are just trying to delay the inevitable. Thankfully, it appears that Poison Spray does our job for us if we use Killer Instinct. So yeah, done. 1 second. Alright, let's see. I am back. Anyways, we've got Overpower. Deal 35 damage, apply 3 crack and 1 vulnerable. And it can stack up if we wish it to. Honestly, I think that's a really good card, especially for a purple card, no less. It's only going to be a one-time use anyways, so never hurts to grab. Volley is only good if you're a bleed build, so I'm not going to grab it. Hidden Weapon, on the other hand, seems pretty good. Cost reduced by 1 until discarded. Cost reduced by 1, period. Hidden Weapon's pretty good. Assuming we get a small weapon that costs us mana. You know what? Let's grab hidden weapon. That's actually a really good one. We probably won't take advantage of it just yet, but it's definitely something we're going to willingly keep in favor of getting the hidden weapon here, which will reduce its cost by 1 permanently. But yeah, no, hidden weapon's a good one, I think. Combustion. It's a pretty good spell. X equals the target's burn. It's a great... If you get 100, it's basically 100 damage, put simply. So the burn just adds to it, I guess. For our deck that relies heavily on damage, this is a good boss killer, I think. Not so good in other circumstances, but... let's see what we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7. So we got currently 7 cards. We're probably going to have to find some card draw with Cornelius, but we can make it work later on. We're not going to grab Combustion, though. Not for right now. Purging Ray or Innervates. Innervate's a good mana grab card, so we'll grab that, I suppose. And now we've got the Harpy Nest. You come to a mountain peak where you find a nest of harpies. You realize that inside the nest are 2 very young harpies that seem hungry. Flying over the nest, there is a large harpy protecting it, and that does not take its eyes off you. Any wrong move will provoke the attack of the matriarch. Let's face the matriarch head on. You approach the nest to provoke the matriarch, who descends and prepares to fight. Alright, the matriarch's here. Probably a very win-oriented character, from the looks of it. Seems pretty self-explanatory, though. Alright, let's start off with a setup. What do we want to put on the top of our deck? Let's put... I guess let's put Black Talons there? No, let's put Dual Strike there. Yeah, so we're going to get that. We're going to use Black Talons here. We will throw down a Vanish and Poison Spray. Boom. Okay, we get another Poison Dart going. And let's hope we can take out the Matriarch with this. I guess we'll see. Ah, perfect. We'll grow and Entrench. We will Enrage to get more mana. Steel Forge. Barricade. And that should do it for defense for now. Alright, we get in the Prismatic Field, I believe. That'll give us more mana to work with. We'll get a Heat Wave going. And I think we go for the Firestorm. It's basically 40 damage versus something else. Let's get the prep going. It's only round 1 after all. We'll get the Grimoire of Flames and the Fiery Shield going for extra burn. Ah, the block's coming in clutch. Healing Rain, Prayer of Healing. We will then throw down a Atonement for the Sky Hunter here. We will then use Prayer of Healing and follow up with a Shield of Warding for a big buff on Heiner. Because it never hurts to have that buffer. Alright, Poison's coming in hot. What do we got here? We've got Hidden Weapon. Can we draw anything? We can draw the Poison Dart, I think. So let's do that. Yep. Reveal 2 small weapons from your draw pile and put them in your hand. Cost reduced by 1 until used. Alright, let us use... Oh, we can't actually target the Sky Hunters here, so that's annoying. But we can use Killer Instinct, Dual Strike. Yep, we can't target anybody else, but we can use Stone Skin and follow up with a Blur, so nobody targets Thuls. Alright, she's in our sights now, the Matriarch. Perfect. Makes our job a little easier. Alright, start off with barbed wire, I think. Yep, barbed wire. Intercept. Let's intimidate the heck out of her. And let's start by using shield charge. Make her slower. Alright. It is now time for Cornelius. Let's give him a Scroll of Intellect for mana. Let us throw down the Grimoire of Flames for more fireballs. Heat Wave. And throw down fireball after fireball for extra damage. Now at 200 HP. At round 2, no less. Jeez. The potency of a character like this is immense. Anthem of Hope. We'll throw down a heal for Ottis. And let's detox Cornelius, because he has the highest bleed. And there we go. Unfortunately for the Sky Hunter, we have big deeps on our defense. So that's good. Alright, let's see. Let us throw down a feint, I guess? No, wait, hold on. We're currently stealthed. So we want to take advantage of that and use Viper Strike first. We will then follow up with feint, then vigilance. And then we can follow up with a blur, dual strike, Viper Strike, and Poison Strike. And finally, we can start hammering her down, and because we have overpower, we are going to take advantage of that after we use Heat Laser. Boom. And Blood Rage for Steel Skin, I guess. Yeah, there you go. Ah, Cornelius. Perfect. We have now taken out the Matriarch. Nice. Okay, what do we got? We've got the Blood Feeding, Battle Shout, 1,000 Needles. We could get 1,000 Needles. It would give us a ton of thorns. Yeah, it's a pretty decent block card. It's pure defense. And we could probably make it burn if we make it orange card, so that's not bad. Do we want to make it a burn? It is 36 block for basically nothing. You know what? 1,000 Needles, why not? Far Shot's pretty alright. Sweet Melt, no. We don't need anything there. Cursonomicon. Discover 3 curse spells and shuffle them into your deck. If I were a dark user, I'd use it. I'm not, so not that good. We don't need anything here, so we'll leave those. I guess we could have gotten Divine Power, but it's not worth it. Not in my eyes. After a tough fight, you have killed the Harpy Matriarch and her 2 young. It only remains to loot the nest. In the nest, you find a couple of items from a dead adventurer, some magic fragments, and the remains of harpies you killed. You also find a small harpy egg in the corner of the nest, which you pick up to see if it will hatch at some point in your adventure. You rest for a short while before continuing. Ah, Stormcaller Feather. Shuffle Chain Lightning into your deck. Costs 0. Matriarch Claw. Get +1 to bleed and speed. It's pretty good. When you play healing spell, draw 1. There's some good stuff, there's some bad stuff. I think the best course of action is to get to bleed and speed, but I kind of like the Venom Flask to begin with, so... yeah. Chain Lightning's pretty useful, here. It is cost 0 Chain Lightning, no less, and it's a chain, so... if I'm not mistaken, chain spells bounce to targets. Heart Amulet's pretty nice. I don't think I like anything here, though. Or at least I'm not hard strung on anything here. Yeah, nothing really appeals to me here, so I'm probably just gonna get gold, I think. That's my opinion on things, anyways. Matriarch Claw. Eh. Yeah, nothing's selling me. I'll just get the gold. I can always find something later. Alright, for the bridge, let's see. All monsters get damage +2, they are immune to bleed, and when a hero plays an attack, all monsters gain 4 rage. Okay, I can do that. Each hero will gain a free card upgrade. We can upgrade Innervate, I suppose. We can upgrade in Grimoire. What else we got? We got Vanish, Song of Celerity. Heiner can upgrade Thousand Needles. Yeah, let's get a free hero upgrade. A free card upgrade, I should say. Alright, Revenge. Let's just not play attack cards then. Just pure defense. Or small attack cards. Alright, this is defense. This is a skill. Alright, this is defense. Poison darts are small weapons. Dual strikes are attacks. So let's get hidden weapon. Let us get blur going. And what do we use? Or who do we target? I guess we target the one in the back with poison darts. There we go, more bleed. And we ended off with that. Good. Ah, fire magic. Alright, throw down the heat waves. Alright, we got a choice between Fireball or Firestorm. So it's basically 17 damage times 2, or just 37 damage for 3 targets. We're gonna go Ember Storm and Firestorm. Boom, boom. That's near death for everybody. Okay. Let us use Prayer of Heal. Well, first let's use Atonement. Wait, hold on. Is Atonement attack? No, it's a holy spell card. Let us use that on the Sky Hunter. Then we will throw down Prayer of Healing. And then Prayer of Protection. There we go. Get some big beef defense. Perfect. Barbed Wire is a defense card if I'm not mistaken. It's a skill card as well. Alright, Barricade. Bluff we cannot use, because I do believe that's an attack card. Yep. But we can intercept. There we go. Big beefy defense. Alright. Viper Strikes we cannot use in this circumstance. We can set ourselves up, though. Let us set our Dual Strike for later, I suppose. We will then Stone Skin. I guess Killer Instinct for later. In the off chance that we get a chance to attack, that is, but we're probably not going to get that chance anytime soon, but whatever. Let us Hellflame. Let us Elemental Bolt. And Heat Wave. And Heat Wave. There we go. That should kill everybody. But first, Ottis with the cure for our ailments. Get a heal going. Let's get a barrier going. And I guess Innervate for Heiner. Just so he has the damage output. And now we should be able to kill these two with relative ease. Alright, let's get Entrench. Alright, Intercept. I guess Overpower. Boom. And there, that's it. Now it's round 3 and burn, so we get excellent quality cards. Nice. Okay, what do we got here? We've got nothing too fantastic. We can reveal 2 melee attack from our draw pile and put them into our hand. Discard 1. Let's get shards instead. Hunter Mark, Never-Ending Story. Visiting Serenade, no. Combustion. They really want me to take Combustion, don't they? I'll tell you what. If you give me a corrupt version of Combustion, I will consider it. Because at that point, you get 1.5 times the fire damage. It is also a burn card, and it will also apply 4 burn. In addition to damage, so. Searing Nova is only good if Cornelius suffers the burn, which he doesn't often. Temporal Chains, no. Okay, we're good. Now we can get an upgrade going. What do we go with? I think we upgrade 1,000 Needles to get 23 Thorns for self. It's a good pern. Poison Spray's a good choice. Song of Celerity is a optimal choice. Let's go with the good choice of Poison Spray, and we will focus on it being cheaper. So that way we can use it more often. Cornelius. It's either going to be Scorching Ray, which we can turn into a random monster and deal more damage, or we can just focus on a Grimoire of Flames to upgrade it to 2 orange fireballs. Let's go with the orange fireballs, I think. Scorching Ray is good as it is, I think. Yep. And for Ottis, obviously Innervate's the good go, but we're going to go with the free Innervates, so that way we get extra mana. Alright. We now go to the Volcano Summit. Thorn Proliferation. When a hero plays a card, a random monster gains 2 thorns. At the plus side, we do get Rain of Arrows, and it's a corrupt version of Rain of Arrows. I'm going to say no, as much as the sharpness is really nice. Okay, let us throw down a Vigilance. Alright, that is going to get sight for us. We're going to set up, I think. Actually, Poison Spray is good on its own, actually. But we're going to still use the setup here. I think it's just too important to pass up. We'll get rid of Dual Strike for later. We will use Feint. We'll get Hidden Weapon going, so we get the Poison Dart for free. We will then use Poison Spray, see where it goes. Okay, it's spread out pretty evenly. Let us focus on the one in the very back then, and just throw as many poison darts as we can. There we go. Big damage. Ah, the burn comes in hot. Okay, for this we are going to barricade like crazy. We will intercept, Blood Rage, and follow up with Shield Charge. So we slow down this golem. And now we throw down fire. Hellfire. Okay, Hell Flame, Heat Wave, Fiery Shield. Alright, that Lava Elemental's basically on death's door. Perfect. Of course, they are immune to fire, which is a downside, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. We'll throw down some Healing Rain to get some regen. We will then throw down an Innervate on Cornelius. Get a heal to Heiner. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, it is time for Thuls' turn. We will throw down a Stone Skin. I guess well, no, we use Black Talons here. Get a Viper Strike so we draw a card. And we will just Killer Instinct, I guess. I'll have to do it. Ah, burning slow. Shame. Yeah, no, these guys have 90% fire resist. That's not good. Well, at least we got a ton of burn with Cornelius, so it's not that bad. Okay, let us get Innervate on Heiner. We'll Detox, Unwavering Faith. Throw down as much block for Heiner as possible. There we go. Now he's looking pretty nice and tidy. Okay, 1,000 Needles, 23 Thorns. That's good. Alright, Steel Forge, Enrage, 1,000 Needles, Steel Skin, Barbed Wire, Heat Laser. And now they are going to suffer immensely. That is 36 Thorns they gotta get through. Alright, throw down Prismatic Field. Let's get a Heat Wave going. We will then throw Ember Storm after Ember Storm. Throw down a Fireball, which is not going to deal as much damage as I hoped. But we can get a Grimoire Flame going. Yeah, Cornelius is going to suck against Lava Elementals, it seems. But thankfully we avoided that road. Okay. We're going to Dual Strike. Song of Celerity. We will then Vanish, Poison Spray, follow up with a Viper Strike, and end our turn. Alright, Cornelius is next. We just throw down the Dark Ritual for... I guess we go with Heiner. Heat Wave, Fireball. Alright, now it's just up to the Lava Elemental, which we should have saved mana for Disintegrate, but that's fine. Alright, Barbed Wire. Barbed Wire. Yeah, that's a lot of spiked damage. We got 40 spiked, so we've now got the Spiky achievement. Alright, let's just... Boom. 173 damage. Excellent tier. That's pretty nice. Poison Daggers. Small weapons, 2 mana. Technically can go down to 1 mana. You know what? That's actually a really good card. Let's grab the Poison Daggers. That's going to be our gimmick there. We will ignore these. Alright, Winter's Coming, Living Flame. Nah. Greater Heal. Nah, we don't need it. Pulsing Heal's nice, but no, we're good. Okie dokie, Elemental Lord now. You reach the summit of the volcano, and the obelisk of Velkrath is a few meters in front of you, across a rocky path in the lava. When you take a few steps on the path, a giant lava elemental appears. It is the Elemental Lord. Ignido, the Elemental Lord, seems to be guarding the path to the obelisk, and does not attack you immediately. When you retreat, he plunges back into the lava. Let us move quickly to engage. As you enter the rocky path, Ignino reappears. You get a small movement bonus. The fight begins. Alright. Thankfully, he's not immune to burn, so that is a good boon for us. Doesn't change the fact that it's going to be pretty hard to take this dude out. Alright, we go with Blur, Dual Strike. I guess we'll Poison Dart to get rid of that. Faint, and that'll be our opener. Let us Entrench to give everybody Fortify. We'll block, Steel Skin, Blood Rage, Bluff, and Barbed Wire. Just get as much Barbed Wire as we can. Or Thorns, I should say, specifically. Alright, Scroll of Intellect. Alright, we can... I guess we can Firestorm if we wish, but I don't think that's going to help us here. So I think we Ember Storm, we Elemental Bolt, and Fiery Shield. It won't deal as much damage as we hoped, but it's going to get the burn increased, which is going to only increase damage, which is good. The more burn, the better. Ah, the Magma Strikes come in clutch. Okay. We'll start with Anthem of Hope. We will throw down the Innervate for Cornelius in abundance. Detox, Shield of Warding. There we go. Okay. We've got a few poison darts we can draw, so let's quickly do that. Let's get Black Talons activated. We will then Killer Instinct. We will Poison Strike. We will Vanish for Poison Darts. Set up. And we will set up Poison Spray for next turn. To follow up with Poison Darts. And I guess Viper Strike. Even though we need... nuts. Oh well. Accidentally drew Poison Spray. Oh well. Ah. He managed to get the heal off. That's not good. What a shame. Well, thankfully I've got tons of barbed wire waiting for me, so let's just take advantage of that, I suppose. Alright, barricade, intercepts, I guess bluff? Ah, got another barricade. Let's go for that. Get our burst of armor up. Ah, white flame. Perfect. Prismatic field. Nice. Get prismatic field. Let us get fireball. Ah, no, he has a ton of resista, so kind of pointless. Alright. Do heat wave. No, hold on. Let's get heat wave, yeah. Let us do scroll of intellect. Let's do dark ritual. Let us scorching ray the heck out of this man for extra burn. 76 to be exact. Let's get rid of our burn. Get prayer of healing going. And yeah, we shouldn't need to use anything else. Perfect. I might actually want to get rid of the heals in favor of getting those barriers, actually, now to think about it. Because Cornelius can cast those for free. Or, Ottis can cast those for free, I should say. Alright, let's activate 1,000 Needles. Let's get Intercept. And Intimidate the heck out of him. And we can aim for that Obliterate when we get the chance. Ooh, Disintegrate's close, but we don't have the mana for it. We'll get the heat waves going. We will then use normal Ember Storms. Not enough mana to cast Disintegrate, but we will save it for that moment. We will get Prayer Protection going. Nobody needs any healing. Healing Rain's probably fine, so we'll just deal the divine damage there. And go from there. Okay, my man's trying his best here. Okay, Stone Skin, Poison Daggers, Viper Strike, Viper Strike. Heck yeah. Ah, Ash. It's a good thing I got Poison Darts going. Alright, Ash, Ash, Ash. That's fine. We'll take our lumps. Ah, the big damage. Pain. Ah, he has summoned Magma Spikes. Not good. At least we're dealing tons of damage. Let's Steel Forge, Heat Laser, so we get the taunt going, and the Thorns are gonna take clutch. Get some block. We'll get some block for Thuls. And I guess we'll just Shield Charge here, so that we take out at least one Magma Spike before everything goes nuts. Alright, let's activate a Grimoire. Can we activate two? No. Let's save it for Hellflame. And I can get away with one Ash, because we need to save for Disintegrate. At least. Let's Let's get rid of all the burn via the rain. We will throw down a prayer of healing. Do we need prayer protection? Yep, let's get prayer protection going, and we will buff up Heiner's AC even more. All the better. Now he's going to target, yeah, Heiner's going to be dealing a lot of thorns now. He's going to regret dealing damage to Heiner. Ah, that's a lot of damage. A shame. Okay, let us get Blood Rage going. Barricade, Interception, Bluff, Ash, Bluff. Ah, rip. Didn't get the Entrench off. That's a shame, but that's fine. Ooh, we managed to get the fireballs and all that. Okay. We can get away with the fireballs easily. Yeah, we could probably get away with 2 Ember Storms, the Ash, and the Fireball. But we'll save for the Disintegrates, as we had planned for. Ash, Ash, Ash. We can't use anything else there, so that's rip. But we can focus the Poison. Alright, Poison Darts, Blur, Dual Strike, Ash. Okay. Yeah, not the greatest amount of attacks. Okay, now he's using Heat Assimilation. That's not good. Alright, Hidden Weapon. Okay. Poison Darts. Poison Darts. Poison Daggers. Poison Spray. Yeesh. That's a lot of poison I have to go through just to take him out. Yeesh. At least we're dealing a lot of damage, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Yeah. He keeps trying to heal, which is annoying. Oh, right. Overpower. I forgot. Boom. Alright. I can get away with Scorching Ray at least. Boop, boop, boop. And I guess Ember Storm. And keep the hash, I guess. Alright, let's go through the Anthem of Hope for extra card draw. Get some Innervate going. We will then heal Heiner with a bit of a shield, and then get Healing Rain to cure any burn. We don't know what he's going to cast, but I assume it's going to be bad. Poison Darts. Ash. Ash. Done. Yeah, he threw in another Ash Storm. Great. Oh, he cast a Meteorite. Okay, good. We have a chance to take him out then. Okay. Ooh, wait, hold on. Let's see. 61. I don't think that's enough, though. Yeah, no, it's not enough, but we can get a Barricade going, and we can prep for the potential for a kill. Okay, come on. Cornelius, go in for the kill. Yeah. Disintegrate. He's gone. Not the best result, but we are a fire-based group, so yeah. We're trying our best. Torn of Thorns. X equals your thorns times half. Okay, that's eh. Hidden Weapon, not so good. We'll leave that alone, I suppose. I mean, it does draw the small weapons, though. That is a given fact. This is actually a really good card, now that I think about it. At the very least, if you get the draw 2 cards as well. Because that basically draws a lot of the cards in your deck, which is really nice. Icicle is okay, but not good for the build that we got for Cornelius. So we'll get Shards, Divine Power, Divine Iron, no. Shards. Safeguard. X equals your draw pile by times 4 for block, but we get Inspire and Fortify as well. Eh. Torn of Thorns is pretty good, though, actually. Deal X, apply X. X equals your thorns. Purge your thorns. That's not good. No. Yeah, no, let's get shards. Shards will help us better. Okay. You defeated Ignino, the Elemental Lord. A large golden chest appears from Ignino's remains. Now the rocky path in our lava is clear, and nothing stands between you and Obelisk. And now we are given a ton of items to utilize. Okay. We can grab the volcanic axe, the flaming sword. Wholly depends on us what we go with. Okay. With this, we can transform all damage into fire damage. We could get Indigno's core to get heat assimilation if we so desire. But I think it is in our best interest to get the volcanic axe for Cornelius. Mainly it increases damage by 3, but it will convert all damage we deal into fire damage, which is pretty good. And yeah, I think that's actually pretty good. We could also get the flaming sword, which will just increase damage with a hit, applies 1 burn. But no, the volcanic axe is way better. Now for this, we're going to get... Okay, when you play defense, gain 3 thorns, or we can get 2 thorns on top of our thorns. I think the Shield of Thorns is way better for us currently, so we will adopt the Twin Blades, I'm thinking? What's our deck looking like? We're mainly dealing hammer damage, it seems. So, kind of pointless, but we do have melee attacks in our deck. So technically it works. Alternatively, we go with Ignino's core or something. Self-heal X. X equals your target's burn times 2 to spell burn. I mean, it's a heal. Overheat. Dispel... No, let's get Indigno's core. It's a heal, so it's hard to pass up. Alright, for Thuls, Flaming Sword is just naturally a good choice, because he does have a ton of slashing, I believe. It's mainly range, some slashing, but it's still all the same pretty good. If anything, he just applies more burn, which makes it better. Okay, as for Ottis, I don't think there's anything for Ottis here. I mean, Overheat would be pretty good. Yeah, no, let's get the Lava Crystal. It'll give Overheat, which will help his healing. And with that, you are in front of the obelisk. Like the Silenthia obelisk, this one is also activated and brimming with energy. As you did before, you read the obelisk runes aloud. The obelisk wall warps and distorts, creating a new set of portals. Which portal do you want to access? Naturally, we're going to go for the green portal. Namely because we also have the big fish, but I think we can hatch the harpy egg there, but I'm not 100% certain. So let me check. Alright, 1 second. We're looking for... Alright, we're looking at Sharpie. Okay. Okay, we need to use it somewhere in green in Act 3. Alright, let's go to the green portal. Bugger it. The group crossed through their second obelisk, and as before found a more recent trail of the princess and Lord Hanshek. They remembered that the Queen of Silenthia, known for her great magical powers, also disappeared a few years ago. Could the princess have inherited those powers? And is Lord Hanshek taking advantage of this? They had too many questions to turn back now. They must read Lord Hanshek at all costs. In this area, they were not surprised to see that there were also an active obelisk on the horizon. This time, the group had a feeling that if they hurried, they might be able to catch up. Alright. So what we gotta do is we gotta get to the trail here, I think, to hatch the harpy egg. So we gotta go to the altar of songs, it seems. And we can get to the Crocomen Mafia through this route, I believe. Or we can go to the shore with a rare event, but I'm not sure. No, we won't be able to go through the Crocomen method, so that's a shame, but we can use the shore method here. Spider layer. No. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to go through the altar songs if we want to hope for this, so, yep. That is going to be our plan for next time, though, because I am done with the first half of streaming. I will be streaming again in an hour or so, but I'd like to take a moment to rest my voice and take a break, because I still have to do Minecraft. So I will be doing that in like an hour, give or take. I'm not sure when, but I will be streaming that as well. This is mainly to compensate for yesterday because I did bugger up this recording. That's why I'm doing it today and saving myself the trouble for tomorrow or any other day that I have to, worry about it. But I digress. For those of you on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification if you want to see more of my stuff. I stream daily, so if you want to catch my streams, you can catch me 3 to 7 MST time. If you want to see more of my stuff, you can check me, you can check me out on Twitch. You can find that in the link down below in the description. That is usually where you find me. Otherwise, you can search me up at FYMyPawn at Twitch. For those of you from Twitch, or those of you from YouTube coming to Twitch, follows are always appreciated. The more followers I have, the more content I can give you guys. If you see in the bottom left corner of the screen, there is a follower bar. Once that hits 50, and I get 3 concurrent viewers, I should be able to get affiliate status. So basically, your support in watching me, or at the very least, just following is just enough at this point, will help me get to a point in affiliate status where I can give you guys some more stuff. But yeah. For those of you on Twitch, it's probably going to be an hour. For those of you on YouTube, this is probably just going to be one of those episodes that, you see every day. I just posted this late. Apologies on that, but sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. Because sometimes you bugger a recording and it goes really wrong. I learned that the hard way. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I'll see you guys next stream. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.